as a team, as a dev team, they said, what would be real cool? And then Dice Worker number 2 was like, what would be cool? Dice Worker number 1. Dice Worker number 2 was like, if we made General Grievous crawl on the floor like a fucking maniac and insta-kill whatever he touches. And then Dice Dev number 2 was like, you know what? That's incredible. You are a genius. Let's put that in our game right now.
No, personal thing.
Everyone, welcome to a new Nudie Doo Doo video. This is my first time playing Battlefront for the channel. And I gotta say that this game is both amazing and incredibly disappointing at the same exact time. You guessed it, folks. How is that possible? Immersion ruined. There's just so many things about Battlefront that really just grinds my gears. And now the only thing that I really care about in this game is not the gameplay. It's not the expanded story that EA gets to use.
Throwing grenade!
It's the immersion. Okay? The immersion is what makes this game special for me. And if I can't get, if I don't feel like I'm immersed in this game, then that's what'll ruin it for me. That's a game killer for me. The immersion. Let's just be honest here. I'm not the perfect guy. I'm not by any means what you would call a true Star Wars fan, in that it took me a long time to actually finish the sequels, but I love the prequels. And a lot of people will hate me for that, but I don't give a fuck.
Ion disruption detected.
So, going back to what the whole point of this video is, immersion, right? Immersion is all I care about in a Star Wars game. Battlefront 2 did a good job at immersing me into this game, right? It did a great job. It had that good feeling. Officers weren't too OP. Officers looked like they were officers. In EA's Battlefront, the Rebel officers and the First Order officers and the Imperial officers, what? They all look the same. First off, that's my first problem with this game. Second problem with this game is there's not enough balance. It's really annoying to get killed by an officer who has no body armor and has ridiculous abilities. And I mean truly ridiculous. Alright, so imagine this for your immersion, right? You're a super cool trooper, you're ducking and diving in the fucking trenches of Crate, taking territory from rebels, and then all of a sudden, your gun gets turned off, and you get shot in the face by a pistol. How is that, in any aspect of the Star Wars universe, immersive? First off, I've never seen anyone in Star Wars at all whatsoever, ever, turn off a weapon, ever. How do you even do that? An officer has that ability. They have the ability to run up to you, touch you, and turn off your weapon. That's one of their abilities. And it's in a circle, so they can kill a whole squad of people just by turning off weapons, boop, boop. Alright, your weapon's off. And then they just shoot you in the face because you can't shoot because your weapon's off.
Push forward. Annihilate anything in our
That's one of
way.
those things that just really bothers me about this game. I personally never will play officer, ever. And this is a Katana Wolf promise. All right, this is a promise that I will have to make. I just can't play officer. And the reason being is because I disagree with it entirely, wholeheartedly, 100%. The only officer in the entire Star Wars universe that was useful, that wasn't even in the movies, people, not even in the movies, was Captain Rex. Well, I guess Commander Cody was also pretty useful. We didn't really see him a whole lot in the actual movies, so do with that as you will. But Captain Rex, people, and what did he look like as a clone officer? He didn't look like a fucking pleb, okay? He had clone armor on. He was just different in his armor. Why do all the officers look like Cadet Kelly? Look at that. What's going on? What's going on, EA? All of the officers that would be deployed realistically would have armor in a battlefield, not fucking training or base fucking clothes. You wouldn't walk around a fucking battlefield with no armor on. This is not what you do. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. When I'm playing Star Wars, look at this. We've got really cool First Order, kind of like Snow Trooper remake, and it looks really sick, even though they're not actually fighting in snow. And then we've got the First Order Machine Gunner Boy, the Assault Heavy, very cool, very clean. And then we've got Cadet Kelly as our officer. What the fuck? Seriously? I don't really play Specialist a whole lot, but even still, they look clean, right? They look like your average soldier, the one that you would see in the movie. So what is up with this officer
back the
class?
resistance.
It's just
Now's the
so...
time to quash them completely.
They try to make these missions very specifically, the ones that kind of go within the movies, like the movie battles, I'm going to call them. They're galactic assaults, but they're supposed to be like cinematically matching what happened in the movie. I mean, of course, obviously, Darth Vader never would have got defeated right there. But more importantly, the fight on Crate never happened. There's a million walkers that just sat there shooting at Luke, and then that was kind of the end of the Crate fight. They never actually fought. So this is kind of cool that we get to play this imaginary fight on Crate, where the First Order actually pushes in against the Resistance. These are all things, like, if technically the Battlefield universe is considered Battlefield, the Battlefront universe is considered canon, which means that the story actually works, that this, whatever is in the game, is part of the Star Wars universe. If they're gonna do stuff like this where it conflicts so directly, I disagree with it completely as a video game, I guess, thing. And I appreciate that we have the map Crate, but this map is terrible. I wouldn't be mad if it was gone forever and they replaced it with something good. Like, I would love to see, and I mean like absolutely love to see, a map
Finally, the Resistance have nowhere left
I
to
totally
run.
forgot what
Our
planet
revenge
that
is
was,
at hand.
but in the episode, the Star Wars story, with the, shit. I can't... It's not coming in. They succeeded 100% in this idea of base assault with a very low amount of soldiers, and they did it cinematically, gorgeously. I would love that map. It had sprawling forests, a bunch of landing pads, a giant industrial complex in the very center of it, something I wouldn't mind fighting in that either. Just and it had a lot of cover. Crate is a terrible map because it has virtually no cover. The potential is so high for this game, like so high. With General Grievous, I was like, oh my god, they did not just make such a beast. And then they made his ability to crawl and insta-kill split. Okay. Right now I should be playing a clip of General Grievous derp crawling on the floor, insta-killing. I should be playing that right now. And let me tell you, this is one of the most ridiculous, disgusting, maddening video game decisions I've ever seen in my entire gaming career. As a team, as a dev team, they said, you know what would be real cool? And then Dice Worker number 2 was like, what would be cool, Dice Worker number 1? Dice Worker number 2 was like, if we made General Grievous crawl on the floor like a fucking maniac and insta-kill whatever he touches. And then Dice Dev number 2 was like, you know what? That's incredible. You are a genius. Let's put that in our game right now. Oh shit! Oh my god! You know when you love something a whole lot, and that something made a huge mistake? I don't know what that mistake might be, but it's big. It's a big mistake that this something has made. Like your dog just ruined your favorite shoes. Like your uncle just, I don't know, threw up on your front lawn. You still love your uncle. They just made a big mistake. Star Wars is my uncle that threw up in the front yard. I have to hose it down, you guys. And this is how I'm hosing it down through this YouTube video. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening to my ramble. If you agree with me, leave a like. If you absolutely disagree with me, leave a dislike. All of these things help. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.